Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Machin Leira online smicha. There's a din in Yeridea, Chayshim Mishpat, of how to do business, and especially when you're selling things that are sold by weight. And the Torah was very, very makbid. The Torah says, Eifa shleima v'tzedek yilecha, that all your weight systems and the way you measure things should be shleima, should be whole, no cheating, v'tzedek, and just. Now, the Gemara says, this is a Gemara in Baba Basra that pays Zayin Amud Beis. The Gemara says, what's the extra word of tzedek? As long as you're not cheating on the amount, it's really what it says it is. What does it say tzedek? Ma talmud loymar v'tzedek. And says the Gemara, Amra Torah, the Torah says that just to make sure that the person is getting what he thinks he's getting in size and amount, tzaddik mishalacha v'ten loy. Don't do it to the T, because you can never know if the pound is complete or the measurement that you think is complete. Always give him a little extra. A little extra. Make sure you sell him a little extra, a little more than the weight that he thinks it is. And this is brought in Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, Hilchos Midos and Mishkalos V'Afkas Sharim Halacha Vav, and the Alter Rebbe goes on to say V'kama Shiuru V'kama, how much extra do you have to give? And the Chachamim said it depends what you're selling. If you're selling a liquid item, then you have to add a little extra echad mimeya, 100th. And if you're selling a dry item, you give achad me arba meis, one of a 400th. What's the why? Why the different in size? Lefi shahalach nidbak bedoifnei gdera, because the liquidy stuff gets stuck to the walls of the pot. V'nisha l'moicher, and that gets left over for the seller. So therefore, a liquid item, we say to give a little more to the seller, to the buyer, than the dry item. The dry item, everything comes out, so you still have to give a little extra. So that's a lacha, the Gemara says, and Shulchan Aruch says, based on the extra word of the pasuk, of the word of the pasuk, v'tzedek. And the question becomes, the Shailos Tshuvas Maram Shik and Chayshim Mishpat Siman Lamed discusses if a person could be moichel this. If a person could say, the guy who's buying says, just give me what I think I'm asking for a pound. Don't worry about the extra that the Torah suggests. I'm fine if you tell me it's a pound, as long as I'm getting what I want. And Shailos Tshuvas Maram Shik brings from the Tosefta, Amar Rav Shimon Mishum Rabbi Akiva, that a person cannot forgive that extra, because he uses a very beautiful term. She'ein ha'amonas hamidos tolui b'brios. Whether or not you should give the extra, the trust you have in the people, is not something that Hashem wants you to trust the other person. Sha'akadosh Baruch Hu chol shmai aleim, because the Eibishter placed his name on the weight system, on the accuracy, and therefore, if the Eibishter wants it to be beautiful, Eibishter wants it to be sure, and the Eibishter says, to make sure you're sure, I want you to give extra. So you can't be moichel that extra. Now, this is negeya, especially today's days, if it's only to make sure that you're getting what you think you're getting, for sure getting a pound, if you're sure getting a gallon. So back then, when the scales weren't so accurate, you could see how you could be off. But today's days, where our scales are so digitalized and they're so monitorized to the smallest amount, maybe it's not chal anymore. Maybe you could just give them the pound or the gallon or the quart, and you don't have to give any extra. But now we see from the Tosefta that no, once the Chazal say that based on the word tzedek, you have to do it, you have to do it. Now there is a din in Hilchos Shabbos, in Orach Chaim Siman Shechav Gimel. Over there it says that if you're getting something from a store on Shabbos, however you did manage to get something, you're going to pay after Shabbos, whatever it is, you're not allowed, whatever you're taking to use on Shabbos to eat, you're not allowed to measure on Shabbos. So to use a measuring cup, or don't do it on Shabbos, because measuring is something that's not allowed on Shabbos, unless you're not doing it exactly to the line, a little more, a little less, then you could use the measuring cup. So the Magen Avram writes there in Simon Shin Chav Gimel, by doing a little more or a little less, maybe there's gezela, because you're going to the store and you're saying a pound, and you're getting more or less, or he's giving you more. What's the gezela? Says the Magen Avram. Don't worry, because the person who's taking for you on Shabbos is a Meichel. So l'chaira, we see that mechila on this does apply, and that's why you're allowed to do it on Shabbos. So the Maram Shik answers that over there, when you're getting things on Shabbos, and you know the only way you could get the food is just take it randomly without being accurate, then you're not interested in the amount. You just want to get food. Okay, I'll be off, it's fine. But in a regular case, when you're shopping and you say, I want a pound, of course, we have to make sure it's a pound. And you'll never be sure because things could be off. So over there, for sure, you have to be makbid to give the extra. So the question is, if this is all right, and there is no ways around it, what kind of limit schus is there that people don't do it? They don't give any extra. So Maram Shik says, because it became common practice that no one throws in the extra, it's as if they were meichel it. But we already said that mechila doesn't work, because it's something that the Eibishter wants to take place. You should do, so you have to be machmir. And the Maram Shik concludes, Kol noga yiras Hashem b'li, by anybody who's a God-fearing Jew, always when he sells things by weight, always add extra. Now I saw somebody writing, how about these packages that you buy, a package of cookies? Now when you buy a package of cookies or something like that, you're not buying it thinking how much weight it is. You have the package of cookies, that's what you want, and it happens to say on the bag that it's a pound or 2 pounds. Would that be easier? Because the sale is not because it's a pound or 2. You're buying cookies because this is what you like. And it's notifying you how much it would be. Would the pound and 2 pounds then also have to be extra? And that's a discussion in Achreinim. But Lepoil, this is a din that should be machmer. And some are being malamet schus why we don't.